Hey guys, Majin Sage of Darkness here, bringing you my Diamond Gate build for the September 1st format. Sorry it's a bit late, but I've been waiting for some of the cards to come in. But I've got them all here now, and hopefully this deck's going to run really well. This is the deck I'm going to be running for at least the first part of the September format. Once I get some other cards which I've ordered a bit later on when Great Tornado and that come out as well, I might be running a pure Hero Gate build, but for now this is working quite well in testing, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's get straight into it. I got 3 of my ultimate rare Diamond Dude. Mills off normal magics, gets pluses. It's food for absolute zero as well, and it works really well with Safe Zone. And you can hit things like Destiny Draw, Pot of Duality, E-Emergency Call Up, Start Goblin, just get pluses off of that, and just keeps the deck running. And the longer I can keep this guy out, the better. It also mills off monsters as well, which means I'm not drawing them. I can draw E-Emergency Calls instead and get pluses like that, because I don't want to be drawing my monsters really, when I could be drawing more useful cards like Fusion Gate and Darkhold and Heavy Storm to keep the deck running. I got 2 Voltic as well, because obviously I remove a lot of cards from play, and this guy brings them back, again gets pluses, good with Stratos. Make the Shining with 1 Voltic and Stratos, then summon the other one, attack, get Voltic, attack, get Stratos, get plus. It's really good. 2 Ocean, mostly for absolute zero. I don't use effect often because many heroes aren't in the grave, but he's good to mill with Prisma if I pick Terra Firma. So he speeds up the deck, and obviously good Miracle Fusion food in that way. 1 Stratos. He obviously searches out heroes, gets pluses, and also works really well if I can do the Voltic combo. He can blow up a lot of back row cards as well. I don't think it's going to be a particularly heavy back row format, so probably 1 or 2 heroes at the most on the field at a time will get Stratos to clear out their entire back row, so that's good. Prisma dumps Ocean, like I said, doesn't really do a lot more, but fuels the grave, you like that. I also have Cyber Dragon in the side, so when I side him in I can use Cyber Dragon with Prisma, so that's good. 1 Heat, again if he comes off the Voltic combo, he has a minimum of 2200 attack points. If I have another hero on the grave like a Shining, he's got 24, and you know, if I can attack with the Shining, attack with Voltic, and attack with the Heat, that's over 8000 points of damage straight away. Direct attack, so you know, and that does happen quite a lot. So yeah, he's a really good card, and obviously he is my main way to get Nova Master out, which is a brilliant hero. So Ice Edge, like I said, this isn't going to be a very back row heavy format, so I think that he can attack into their back row cards, so they've got a single back row or a couple of back rows. Make them either waste Solemn Warning on him, Dimensional Prison on him, or he can just pop a back row and, you know, leave them with 1 or even no back row for when I want to start using the fusion, so that's really good. 2 Effect Veiler, this is really good. It's standard in the hero deck because of Bryonak, because of Trishula, because of Twilight coming out now. Judgment Dragon and Blackluster Soldier especially will hurt the Shining, because Blackluster Soldier removes them from play. Obviously people are going to be running Chaos Sorcerer as well, so the more monster effects that remove things from play is sort of the more way that this deck's going to be hurt, because the Shining gets removed from play and it starts to fall apart because you're not getting the pluses back, and then you're relying on your draws and it takes you a while to catch up. So Effect Veiler is very useful, and obviously a light for the Shining as well if I need to. 3 Miracle Fusion, or Ultimate Rare. Very good top decks late in the game. When I've used a few fusions and they're all in the grave, or I've dumped Ocean with Prisma, I can top deck this, go into a Shining, go into an Absolute Zero, go into a Nova Master if I need to. It's a really good card, so worth having 3 of those. 3 Fusion Gate. I did run 2 and a Book of Moon, because I wanted to keep the number of normal spells quite high, but with 3 MST and Heavy Storm out on the field in this format, I think 3 Fusion Gate is needed, because I want to keep cycling them. I want to, you know, if one gets destroyed, I want to have another one in hand, so that I can play it straight away and keep the deck going. So I found 3 to be a good ratio. 3 emergency call and 3 upstart goblin, more normal magics. 1 searches out heroes, and 1, if it gets hit, if I don't, you know, if I use it straight away, then it's just a 1 for 1. And don't worry about the 1,000 life points, because I can rack up 3,800 monsters really quickly in this deck, and helps me sort of thin the deck out. And if I hit it with Diamond Dude, it's a +1 every turn, so that's really good. A couple of Destiny Draw. I love this at 2. I run. I hit this very often with Diamond Dude. Obviously, if I hit it with Diamond Dude, I get to draw 2 cards. If I don't hit it with Diamond Dude, I need to discard him for it. But with the amount of search, emergency call to pick Stratos, reinforcement in the army as well, and running 3 Diamond Dude, it's not really a problem. I usually have him in hand to do that. But the idea of it is to hit it with Diamond Dude and draw 2 for free. Pot of Duality, again, I can use it with Fusion Gate if I need to, you know, to get Fusion Gate and things, key cards to my hand. Chroah Cresta's got a really good video on explaining about this, and he said obviously Pot of Duality, if you play it, pick the non-normal spell. If you get, say, 2 monsters, or sorry, a monster and 2 normal spells, pick the monster out because it filters your deck out of normal spells, and then you're more likely to hit normal spells with Diamond Dude. Plus, an added advantage to running this is if you hit it with Diamond Dude, you can still special summon that turn, because a loop in the ruling says you cannot special summon monsters on the turn you activate this card, but you're activating it through the effect of Diamond Dude, so you can still special summon that turn. So if I do hit it with Diamond Dude, I can pick a Fusion Gate through its effect and still use it and special summon that turn, so it speeds the deck up. It's really good to run a couple. 3's overkill because essentially I don't really want it in my hand. I want to hit it with Diamond Dude, so I'm not really worried about drawing it. But 1 isn't enough to hit it often enough, so 2's a good ratio. 2 terraforming. Again, more normal spells, hits Fusion Gate, gets Fusion Gate from my deck. If I open with it, that's fine. If I hit it with Diamond Dude, that's fine. 2's a good number, I think, with 3 Fusion Gate. Dark Hole, that's a staple. Mind Control works really well. I can pick anything but a wind or a dark monster. Wind, obviously, when Great Tornado comes out, I can use that as well. And I can fuse it with anything on my field into another hero, so they don't get it back. Mind Control also takes things like Bryanak, takes things like Blacklist Soldier, who I've said causes problems. I can use their effects and then fuse them, hit it with Diamond Dude, and then next turn they're going to be worried about what they summon because they know that I'm just going to take it next turn anyway. So often it can lock down plays. The same with Nobleman of Extermination. I run this over MST in the main deck because it's a normal spell, because if I hit it with Diamond Dude, again, they're not going to be setting a back row because they know they're just going to lose it next turn. So essentially it's a free out to sort of a heavy back row in the next turn. If I'm waiting to set up for Fusion Gate, I'll wait a turn and then, you know, wait for them. If they set a back row, then I can just kill it with Nobleman of Extermination. If it hits something like Dimensional Prison, I can get rid of all of their copies. And obviously the Shining really doesn't like Dimensional Prison. It can also hit, what else they run multiple? Solemn Warning, that's another good one to hit. Because Royal Oppression's gone, people aren't going to be playing many chainable traps, you know, sort of ones they can just flip up, continuous traps. The only one that I don't want to hit really is Call of the Haunted, because they can just flip it up and you know, use its effect straight away. But in general, this is a really good card, so worth having in the deck. Monster Reborn, staple card. Not really much to say. You can get back Diamond Dude if I discard it with Destiny Draw, which I've done a few times. Get back Stratos if I need to. Heavy Storm, it's a staple card. I don't run that many traps, so often I can get pluses off of this and it doesn't hurt me too much. The only thing I don't want to do is hit Fusion Gate, but if I'm going for a final big play, then, you know, unless they've got Bottomless Trap Hole or Solemn Warning, I can get my fusions out first, then Heavy Storm their back row to get rid of Mirror Force and Dimensional Prison, and then attack over for game. Reinforcing the army, picks Diamond Dude, picks Voltic, picks Stratos, anything in the deck aside Effect Veiler, so that's really good. And 3 Safe Zone. These cards are brilliant, and you only have to look at Chroah Cresta's videos to see how well this works. I can equip it to Ocean or really to Diamond Dude, and just keep him on the field, keep milling cards, keep getting pluses. It also works if something like the Shining is targeted with Bryonax's effect. I can activate that, and I've got an out to Bryonax there. But obviously the Shining can't attack directly then, which isn't ideal. Also works really well because if they use something like Judgment Dragon or Kaias or an MST on it, I can flip it, equip it to their monster, and they get destroyed instead. So it's still, you know, even if you're bluffing with it, you don't have any monsters on your field, there's a chance that they could destroy it and then lose their monster anyway. So that's really good. Safe Zone's a brilliant card. So that's the main deck. Onto the extra deck. We've got 3 Shining, standard. I always run, if I could run 8, I'd run 8 Shining. I always go through them. A good play with this is if you've got, unless you've got 2, at least 1 removed from play, don't summon your other one, because you need to keep looping them back. A good thing to do is to summon summon 2 Shining, let them go to the grave, then Miracle Fuse those 2 Shining for a 3rd Shining, and then when that Shining dies you can shuffle the other 2 back in, or one of them back in and a Stratos or something, and keep looping them that way. So it's worth, you don't want all 3 of them removed from play at once, otherwise you can't get them back. So 3 Absolute Zero, I run a lot of water monsters. I run 3 water monsters plus Absolute Zero's a water himself. Just blows up the back row, the front row. Sorry. The key play with this is to go Stratos, Ocean to pick Ocean, Stratos and Ocean to make Absolute Zero and Voltic or something to make the Shining, blow up their front row, attack for 3800. You can even, if you haven't summoned that turn, you can make another Voltic, and then get back another Voltic, then get back a Stratos. That's the really big play of this deck. So Absolute Zero is brilliant for nuking their front field. Follow that up with Absolute Zero, with Heavy Storm as well, and you've got a complete open field for your attack. So 2 Gaia. I don't run any Earth monsters at the moment, but I've got Super Poly in the side deck, so it's a good card. I don't make it very often, but against X-Sabers, not that they're going to be, I don't think, particularly good in this format, but he's in there for now. I might take him out when I get Great Tornado and things, or drop him to 1. But he's quite good. I need some Exceeds as well, really, but I haven't got those at the moment, so it might be worth getting some of those. 2 Nova Master, absolutely brilliant card. He's the card I'll make after the Shining. Next to the Shining, he's the best. Shining and Zero, he's the best E-Hero fusion that I've got. Just gets pluses. He's brilliant with Safe Zone as well. If I equip him with Safe Zone, I can keep attacking without fear of destruction and just keep drawing cards. It's just a fantastic card. 1 Dragonlight Draco Quest, which is good because I run Super Poly. Good for the Shining. Good for Stardust. Good for the Dragoonity Synchros. It's a good card. Vision Hero Adoration. He's got a really simple effect, a really simple summoning requirement, 2 hero monsters, and a good effect as well. Just keep reducing their attack points to 0. If you select himself, there aren't many monsters with attack points over 2800, except maybe BLS and Judgment Dragon, but he's really good. Trinity, a 1-turn kill with this in Safe Zone is that I can keep attacking. I can equip them, a Safe Zone to a weak monster and then attack 3 times for 5000 attack points. It's just so good. He doesn't come out very often because I don't run Future Fusion, but when I do, he's brilliant. Terra Firma, obviously, for dumping Ocean, and Chimeric Fortress Dragon because I run Cyber Dragon on the side. So that's my extra deck so far. I want to get a Utopia or Roach in there because I run a lot of level 4s, but he's there. That's it at the moment. I'll probably drop a Gaia, as I say, for some Exceeds. What else have I got? In the side deck I've got 2 Thunder King, standard side deck card. I don't know how much it actually helps me, but it's quite good. 2 Cyber Dragon for machines, for sort of bringing out if they're summoning a lot of high attack point monsters, and it's a light, you know, for the Shining. Both of them are, and I can use, as I say, Prisma with Cyber Dragon. 2 MST to blow up their back rows if I need to, if they're running a lot of chainable traps for some reason, and Nobleman of Extermination isn't doing its job, or if they're running a very back row heavy deck, I can put those 2 in. I don't like to, because obviously it sort of messes up the ratio for Diamond Dude, but if I need to, it's there. Again, with Super Poly, it's a quick play spell, so I can't hit it with Diamond Dude, but very good against Gladiator Beasts, because they run a lot of elements, a lot of different types, and I can fuse into Nova Master, into Absolute Zero, into Gaia if I need to. It's an all-round brilliant card. When Great Tornado comes out, it's going to be even better, and when the Dark Hero comes out, I shall main at least 2, because it's just going to be live all the time, and they're really good cards. Obviously, it's a very sort of dark, heavy format. I think with Twilight, you know, sort of lights and darks running around a lot. I don't know if Black Wings are still going to be live or not. Gravekeepers as well. I just think there are too many dark archetypes at the moment to run this in the main deck at the moment, but it's there if I need to side it in. 2 Smashing Ground. I run 2 Smashing Ground because I'm afraid of Thunder King. They always have Thunder King in the side deck. Most people run Thunder King in the side deck, and because I search a lot with terraforming, with emergency call, with reinforcement in the army, with Stratos, it locks me down, and I need to be able to have an out to that. And if I can smash and ground their Thunder King, which I'll summon on the first turn quite often, I can just then do all my searching, and then if they summon another one, it doesn't matter because I've already searched out everything. 3 Royal Decree. If I find again that they're having a very back row heavy deck, you know, if they're running, especially Gladiator Beast, running War Chariots and things like that, and if they're messing me up, then I can just put the Royal Decree in, and a couple of Rivalry of Warlords. Again, most of the cards I've got, most of the monsters I've got are warriors, so it doesn't hurt me. And if I need to use that, I've got them. Any suggestions you've got, guys, please do suggest, because, you know, I've done a lot of research on this, but it's not been tested as much as maybe I want it to. So do come up with any suggestions and things, and I hopefully have some games with this very soon. This is Majin, Sage of Darkness, signing out. Thanks, guys.